Hello friends and welcome back. I'm Enterprise Architecture. We are back here once again playing more Snacktorio. I have played so much of this game over the course of the last few days, you wouldn't even believe it. I decided to rewind a little bit here so you all can play it with me and watch as we go through it. This is a great little factory builder. I am just loving it. It's super cute. The pixel art is wonderful. The company that makes it, T Engineers, you can see their logo down there in the corner. They are just a wonderful company that support all sorts of local charities. Proceeds from this game go to support food scarcity and hunger charities, food banks, etc. And I really love that. That's a cause that's near and dear to my heart. It's really important to me. So please go check out this game. It's fantastic. But we are going to play a bit more of it today because I just can't get enough of it. So let's dive right in. I will probably go back and do the bonus levels as a separate video, but for now, let's focus on this. We have two different beasts that we need to feed, and hopefully there's going to be some overlap here because otherwise it's going to be annoying. We're going to grab their orders here. We get a bunch of free items to start. It's always great when we start that way. We are going to do the trick that we did last time and go ahead and break up a bunch of these various ingredients and also the various blocks. Hey, gravity doesn't affect you. That's interesting. We're going to dig out this dirt so that we have some extra platforms as well as some stuff that we can grow our tomatoes on, and hopefully any other ingredients that we need. Let's just go ahead and break all of this section right there. I already see a resin tree right in front of us. We are going to break that as well. Now, one thing we want to do before we go and talk to our monster of choice is take a quick look around the map here. Now, this map view here will let us see what there is to see. We are looking for some of the open caves where there might be a bonus star. I'm guessing either here or here might be a bonus star. Let's go find out if that is indeed the case. Let's see here. No, here's some of our resources. It looks like they're going to start us off with a little bit of coal that we can work with. That's great. Here's a bunch more miners that we can connect. Oh, here are our shrooms that we want, but we still haven't found yet our secret star. Maybe it's up at the top of this end. That seems like a likely place for it, is to hide it all the way up here. Yeah, there is our secret star. To get there, we're going to need a lot more ladders. That means we might need to do some actual resource fabrication for the first time so far in this playthrough, meaning we're going to have to mine up some iron to make up some ladders. That's going to be interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. As always, we're going to grab up any extra ladders that we can find along the way. We need to talk to this beast and see what they want. You want penne arrachinata. I am assuming that means we are going to need, pasta and spider eggs. That means we need to make lich bones, which we have not done before. This seems like an interesting choice, is that you don't grow wheat. You have to make lich bones instead to make flour in, let's see here, the grinder. I guess that's a grinder of some sort. Well, they are spoon feeding this to us, and then we need an extruder to make penne pasta. Fascinating. Okay, so there are some existing matter manipulators down at the bottom that we can go steal. Let's see what else we can do here. We have 30 imps. We're going to go into photo mode again. We are going to work our way down to this area so that we can go ahead and grab these shrooms as early as possible. The easiest way to get there is the ladder right next to us. So let's work our way down here. Okay, easy jaunt straight down. Let's go ahead and break this particular machine, and we get an extra imp out of that. And now we can start tunneling our way down to these shrooms here. We're also going to get some building blocks out of this as a result. That's going to be super helpful. Now, one thing to note is that the limit of these imps that you can have is going to be 99. That is the most you can have. You get a reward, a Steam achievement if you hit that. So something to keep in mind. Not really critically necessary, but it is a cool thing. Now, since we've got a few of these already, we can actually replant them right here in this same spot if we want. I think it'll let us plant these. Oh, is it not letting me plant them? Huh. I thought we could plant them on, oh, it has to be on this dirt. Let's go ahead and break this. And since we just got a lot of that stone, I'm sorry, it's stone, not dirt. Let's go ahead and put this down. We're going to make a row here. And we'll break this, we'll break this. There we go. Now we can lay all of these down, and these will grow much, much faster here. I don't think we're going to need more than 10 of these, honestly, although who knows what the future may hold. So far, we haven't need more than like 50 of our little imps to do anything, but you know, better safe than sorry. All right, So we have all of those. Let's pillar our way back up here. I think we can pillar. Yeah, we can nerd pole in this game. That's great. That's really important. All right. So we have all 10 of those. We will, of course, need salt and water to be able to make those into something useful. Here's the only water on the map here. Here's some salt. We should be able to combine that later when we're ready for it. We also have a bunch of coal right here. Now, ladders are a thing that we are missing. Thankfully, right over here, it looks like that we have a bunch of iron. And we can start using that iron once we have power production going to make up some more ladders. I believe ladders are iron and coal, but let's find out real quick. Let's put our fabricator down. No. Fabricator. Okay, fabricators require, let's see here, 4 ladders, iron and coal. Okay, so that's going to be easy enough for us. Let's go ahead and start this little mission by getting a bit more coal going to be able to supply power. And then we're also going to use that so that we can make up some ladders with this. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this. We're going to do a little bit more power than we did in the last episode. And we're going to use pipes to connect all of this up, just like this. Okay, great. Power will come here. And now we're just going to manually mine up a little bit of coal so we can start our system going. In the previous episode, we were able to start off with some furnaces going. We do have some furnaces up top, but I'm going to work from the bottom all the way up this time. So it's going to be a little different than that playthrough. All right, so since we have 6 of these, we can do 12 furnaces. We're going to use the same pattern we used last time. We're going to do this, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do another furnace here. In between those, we are going to use our splitter, just like that. And so this is going to be the pattern that we use for that. Now, there's 6 of these, so that's going to require something a little special here. We'll talk about that in a little while. So let's go ahead and paste a bunch of these. We'll do 5 there, we'll do 1 there. And then we'll do a bunch more here. Copy the sorter, or excuse me, the splitter. There we go. And now we just have to connect all of this up. Perfect. All right. So like I said, we're going to do something a little special this time around. Let's go ahead and grab our wrench. We're going to tell this to split evenly between these. That's not actually how it's going to end up working, but for our purposes, it's going to look like that. And we are going to wrench these so that these do not connect on this side. There we go. Okay, so this should evenly split between left and right. And if we want to be really a little bit fancier with it, we'd give ourselves just a little more room here. And we'd actually divide these evenly between the 2 sides. Let me do that. All right, so the method to my madness here is that these splitters, the most you can do on a side is going to be 9. That's the top upper limit here. And since we can't actually do more than that, we don't want to have more than 8 on a side, right? We could have a 9th one off to the side. That's also going to work for us, but this will work a little bit better. So let's do 4 out of this going this way. We're going to use our splitter pipe to evenly split these between left and right, and then we'll also do 4 on that side. Similar to here, this one we're going to do 2. This one gets 0 going out that side. This one also gets 2 going left. And then all we have to do is tell each of these 1 up, 1 down. 1 up, 1 down. All right, let's cable it up. Don't want that one there. There we go. That's cabled up. We'll go back and cable these up as well. There we go. Now this is all going to be connected. We're going to bring our power back down this way, and we're just going to overlap on top our existing pipe network and just make sure our pipes are connected. Now, all we have to do is go to any one of these machines and put in some of the coal that we have here. Okay, great. These are now getting power. That's going to power these. And like I said, 1 miner powers 2 furnaces. So this should be a good ratio once all of this starts coming in. One thing we can do to make this go a little smoother is, number 1, we can break some of that. Put just the 1 back here, and we can start setting directionality on these to make sure that these go the way that we want instead of bouncing back and forth. Okay, so that should go up here. This splitter pipe will evenly split it between left and right, and then the rest of these will go based on those ratios we set previously. There is our piping done. All right, Now we need to handle our piping for getting this iron doing something. Now, this set of pipes is going to be used for something else. So if we can possibly avoid duplicating that pipe or reusing that pipe, I think it'll make this a little bit cleaner. You can, of course, use the sorters that we saw previously to be able to deal with multiple ingredients, but honestly, it's going to be a lot cleaner if we don't have to think about multiple pipes here. We are going to use our miner. All right, so to make this a little easier to manage so that our pipes don't conflict, we are going to separate out our pipes here. Let's go ahead and go up and over like this. Give me back up those pipes. We might need them for something. Let's run our power down this way. And then similarly, we're going to run our pipes down this way. Whoops, not those pipes. There we go, like that. And then we're going to continue these through that scaffolding, continue our power through that scaffolding, bring this power over to connect. And again, these machines all connect up to each other. So this is the shared power for the entire network when we do it this way. We are going to need to bring over both this iron that's coming out of here in addition to our coal, but the iron needs to be smelted first. So let's go ahead, build ourselves an oven. That oven will then know when the iron comes in to smelt it. And then that we are going to put together with our coal in a fabricator, just like that. That means we need to get some coal. Let's grab some pipes this way, pipes this way. Oh, those are the wrong pipes. Those are fluid pipes. We know better than that, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, 7. There we go. Those pipes, those pipes. And now with our fabricator, we're just going to tell it to make ladders because ladders are the first thing we're going to need. If you want to make some other items here, you're going to need other ingredients, but ladders are relatively easy. We might need some resin to make some of the other pipes and things, but we're going to be good for now. While that is cooking, let's go ahead and grab up the first 32 of those. It should get up to a full stack and then stop. We are going to work on connecting up our salt with our water so that we can make up some imps. Now, actually, we don't even need to connect those up. We can just literally go mine up some salt and use that instead. So here's some salt. Why don't we do that? I'm going to make a little tunnel right here. And let's just be able to walk over to that. We should probably make up a bunch more scaffolding while we're at it. We're going to come here. We just need 10 pieces of salt. So let's just make sure that we have 10 of those. This is one of those games that does not show you when you're picking up items how many you have in your inventory. Again, little UI improvements, life improvements, quality of life improvements that work really well in some other games. Let's go over and grab that water real fast here. All right, so our pumps are offline currently, so that does mean that we need to go ahead and set up another power system. And let's go ahead and do that over here. We've got plenty of room to grow with this. And again, we just need like a 5-block tall area to do that. And having duplicative power systems is not a problem in this game. So I'm going to tunnel just slightly underneath the sand here so that we have plenty of room to put in a bunch of machines and also be able to run our power up and out. All right, exactly same setup as we had done before. All we have to do is start connecting up our power cables here. And then into our miners, there we go. This is now ready to go. This is now ready to go. We have miners. The miners are now working our pumps. Our pumps are now going to give us our fluid that we need to put into our fabricator. Or excuse me, not our fabricator. In this case, we are going to need our fermenter. There we go. Fermenter now is getting everything that it needs. But to choose the recipe here, we're going to need to make some imps. Let's put 10 of these, 10 of those. There we go. Fermented imps are coming out on top right now. All right, so we've got 50 fermented imps. We can start putting those down, and now we have 50 friends. That means 50 machines, or some of the machines require 2 imps at a time. Again, they're piloting these machines, so just good to know. We'll go ahead and leave the fermenter here. I suspect, at least at this point, I suspect that we are going to need more than that. So something to keep in mind here. Let's go ahead and connect the rest of that. That's actually connected up already. Why is this going offline? Oh, because we didn't have enough imps to make 4 of these. Let's go ahead and make 4 of those. Let's connect all of this up, and then let's sort out our mess here real fast. All right, there we go. That should be enough coal for all 8 of these, and this should be configured right, 611. Yeah, okay. All of these are configured right, and now this should split between them. Oh, but we didn't do the smart thing, which is to run power cables to them so they actually run. Now, each of these uses 1 FVPS, and each of these furnaces should be producing, I believe, 4. So this should be consuming 4 and generating, what is that, 1632, if this is all working the way it's supposed to be working. So we just need to keep an eye on this, wait for it to level out a little bit, and we should be good to go. Why are you bouncing? Stop bouncing. There we go. Okay, that should fix the bouncing. That should level out our power consumption. Great. Now, it looks like at some point there was previously some sort of water production connected here. Again, generally in this game in the early stages, they're going to kind of lead you gently to the thing that you need to be doing. Oh, and note that some of these blocks I can't break. Only when it's on this gray background with the hash mark, when it's in this factory area, will it let me place blocks or destroy blocks. So this monster, it looks like hasn't even shown up yet. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that, but water is being brought down here now. Let's see, where's this going? Oh, this is going into all sorts of weird madness over here. I do not know what the point of this is. This may or may not be for that same recipe. Water, water, water. Yeah, okay, there's coal, oh, here we go. These are the matter manipulators that we learned about previously. One side is supposed to be making lich bones, and one side is supposed to be making our spider eggs for this. So let's see here, this penne uses lich bones and spider eggs. Okay, great, well, we can do that. We need a way of generating extra resources for that. And so the easiest way to do that is gonna be if we use our bailiff. Bailiff is very efficient because I believe it does 2 to 1 on resources. So let's go ahead and move this over here. Let's break up a little bit more bailiff. We got plenty here, and now we're right back by our other harvesters that we had set up. We're going to use those momentarily. All right, let's start working on connecting up everything here. Let's put power to this. We are going to go down and around and power to pumps, which should be down there. Are those already in place? Yeah, those are already in place. Okay, let's connect those up. Oh, is it not letting me place these? Oh, there is already a power system right here. I didn't even realize that. Okay, can we connect? It is connected. Yeah. Okay, so these are the wrong items that we're getting here. This is void sludge. Remember what I was saying before about how you don't want to have the void necessarily being pumped into a matter manipulator without having the other resources going in? Yeah, we're getting void sludge as a result. I don't know what else we are supposed to do with this. We are just going to throw that away for now. Instead, why are you still going? You shouldn't have any power left. Well, that's going to keep going for a while because there's still power in it for some reason. But now we need to throw some items into here. It looks from this like it had intended for us to be mining resources, and apparently iron is a resource that it doesn't mind us mining into that. I'm gonna break with tradition here, and I'm not gonna do that. I am instead going to use our bailiffs, as I mentioned before, because that's gonna be really easy for us to grow. Why are you still producing nonsense garbage? I don't like you. Okay. Let's do that real quick. We just need to make ourselves up a little platform here. And now we can go up here and plant our bailiffs on it. So we've got 4 of these. We may as well go ahead and plant them just like that. And I don't know that we're going to need all 4 of these, but let's go ahead and start by planting a harvester. Let's copy and paste another harvester. And then all we need to do is make sure that those are getting power. So let's see here. This should work this way into there. All right, those are now being harvested. Now we can run this into here. And the sorter, the sorter should be doing something else here. We should be pushing into these, not the other way around. All right, so let's get a little tricky with this here. We are going to put pipes down this way, And we are going to change this to, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's change this to an even split. There we go. This is the only problem with the imps is they get in the way. All right, so we're going to say bailiffs, you go down. And from there, you are going to end up getting sorted evenly for us into left and to right. So let's see here. Split evenly, split evenly. That's what we like to see. So this is going to fill up with bailiffs. This one, we're going to follow the recipe and say that that gets lich bones. And this one is also going to follow the recipe, and this one's going to get spider eggs. Okay, so that's going to make those two items for us. Now, since we are using a sorter here, we should be able to spit those back out this way when those come back out the top of these blocks. So momentarily, let's see here, this should come up. Oh, raw material input slot, all of that is good, but you don't have power because we cut off the power. All right, so there we go. This is going up, this is going up, this is going up. There we go. And now these are stored in here. Now we can use those by activating our sorter again to actually do the creation of our pasta. Okay, so to do something interesting with our pasta, we are going to have to go and bring our water all the way across the map here. Thankfully, most of that work has already been done for us. So this should be relatively easy and not too tedious, question mark. We'll see if this works out for us. Okay, so now we have water coming in all the way back over here. Now it's a question of what we want to do with it. Let's go ahead and break this down just a little bit. And it does look like originally there was some shroom production previously that I had missed for our little happy friends. I did not see that when we had started, but it's fine. We've worked it out. So I think if we take these two ingredients, actually what we can do here is reverse the whole course of this so that the mixer goes here. All right, so let's go ahead and put in our mixer. There we go. This is going to need to be fixed in all sorts of ways. There we go. This should get the lich bones and the spider eggs. We're going to grab those out of this previous machine, put them in here, and we're going to tell this we want dough. Oh, we need to grind the bones first. Oh, we can't just do that. Okay, let me fix this. All right, so we're gonna put the grinder in this time. That's what we were missing. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And now we should be able to then put in our mixer here. There's our mixer. Let's connect all of these lovely, lovely, lovely pipes up. And we just need to sort out our inputs from our outputs. Output there, input here. Output, input, output, input. Great. And then all that we're missing here is power, actually. Let's bring power down to here. And you need a recipe. We're going to tell you, you want pasta dough. We can indeed grind that with no trouble. We need to make sure, though, that we don't have any fluid pipes that are backed up or anything weird. Okay, there. This seems to be working. This is making lich bones here, but we know the problem. We need to make sure that bailiffs are still coming in here. There we go. Okay, so now this needs to know instead, bailiffs go left and they go right. And that should start going in here and making the right recipe. The thing we don't want here is going to go in there. This can just take our spider eggs and look, we are getting dough. This is working better than expected. What is this? Dust? I don't know what dust is either. So we're just going to throw all of this away. I think we double ground something. It's not a big deal. Lich bones become our flour. Our flour becomes pasta dough. No problem. And now we need to figure out what to do with pasta dough. We're going to bring this up and out. There we go. Pasta dough, we are going to tell this can go up and up only. And then we just need to catch it all the way back up here. Now, I've gone ahead and moved everything up by one because the other thing we need to do is use our extruder here. And we are going to tell it that we need penne out of this because there's no sense in making the penne further away from this than we have to. So let's connect all this back up. And then again, all we're missing here is power. Let's just go ahead and connect it this way. This should be creating penne. This should go up here. And now penne should be coming here instead of dough. And we'll tell that it can go up. Okay, great. So penne now is going to flow up here. We do want to go ahead and catch the rest of this dough. And so an elegant way of dealing with that is we can take and put another sorter right here. Let's grab a sorter. And now this time, bailiff goes down, penne goes up. Dough, you come with me. You shouldn't have been here in first place, and instead you can go into this. There we go. Perfect. Now, over here, we are getting our item pipes right here, and that means we now are able to start doing some boiling. So let's do that. We are gonna go ahead and make up a boiler. One of these is a boiler. Yeah, that's the boiler. Okay, great. So items are gonna go here. We're gonna have fluids go here, and we are gonna break that pipe because we don't need it. We do have a nice little furnace set up already over here. We may as well take advantage of that while we have access to it. So let's go ahead and copy those over. And we are gonna break some of these manually. There we go. Let's do one more for good measure. And we'll use that to set up an entirely new system, very similar to the one that we already made for being able to produce power. Now, if I had a wish list for this game, one of the things I would include in that is the ability to put machines next to machines directly. But I guess because of the UI being able to show inputs and outputs, you need to have at least one pipe in between every machine. You cannot connect them directly. That is a shame. Like I said, if I had my druthers about it, I would not do it that way, but whatever. I'm not the game developer. I can't tell them what to do. I guess I can on the internet, but I'm not going to tell them what to do because they've done such a great job of everything else here. So let's go ahead and make sure that these are all getting sorted properly. All we have to do is make sure that these are going in the right direction, just like that. That is the wrong direction. There you go. And now we can connect that up to our boiler, and the boiler should start accepting penne. You are not accepting penne because that needs to be sorted to input. There we go. That's going to start making our cooked penne. Next item, ingredient done. From that, we are going to have cooked penne. We need to combine that with some tomato sauce, and that means we need to grow more bay leaf, and we also need to grow some tomatoes. We are going to do that down here underground because we can. We're going to put in some extra dirt, and that will allow us to grow more of our bay leaf down here. Can I put that down here? Can I not? Why aren't you letting me put it? Usually it doesn't care where I put the, oh, it's because bay leaf has to go on stone versus tomatoes. Tomatoes have to go onto soil instead. So let's make sure that we are doing that right. There we go. Okay, so tomatoes, bay leaf, all of that is going properly. Let's go ahead and put in a harvester here. And then we can put in a bunch more harvesters there. This will need power. We can run that off of our main line just like this. Great, all of those are now going. Honestly, we probably don't even need that many. Whatever, we probably need like one less of you for now. And we will do the extra bay leaf still. Let's put all of this into a single pipe because we really don't care. We're just gonna tell it that we want this to go in this direction. Great. Those then need to go into a blender. There is a blender. Blenders, let's see here. Tomato sauce recipe. Ooh, pesto's coming back up. All right, that's gonna be something we have to think about. Those are all gonna go in here. Now, what we are gonna wanna do is probably give ourselves just a little bit more room because we want more bay leaf here in the near future. Let's break this down. There we go. Let's put one more block right here. This is going to be a sorter. The sorter, we are going to tell that the bay leaf and tomato can both go left. Left, no problem. Where's my bay leaf? Oh, power. Broke one, broke everything. All right, there we go. So we want bay leafs to go left, and we want bay leafs to go up when we connect up the up pipe here. Let's get our ladders back because we are going to need that. All right, so this is going to make tomato sauce. And then from there, we are going to need to take our cooked pasta and our tomato sauce, put it with more bay leaf, and that's going to turn it into our recipe. And I believe that said the Chef-O-Matic. So let's put this one here, right here. There's our Chef-O-Matic. Let's tell it that we want to make penne arrochinata. And so we need to pump in all of our ingredients here. So let's put pipes there for that. We are going to get our penne going in here. Let's make sure that this is saying that that's an input. And now last but not least, we're going to bring our tomato sauce into here. The only thing you are missing, my friend, is you are going to need power. It's really hard to see all 3 layers at once, but we do know that that is now getting what it needs to do. There's their Iraqi nada. Okay, so now we can bring that up with us to feed the beast. And here is our beast in question. It looks like these are going the opposite direction from where we want. No biggie, we can break all of that and all of that. All right, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and put our cannon back into place here. Where is our delivery cannon? There we go, there it is. Let's bring our pipes over this way. I'm just gonna tunnel this out because I want this to be a little more elegant than what we have here. Straight lines work great. There we go, delivery cannon. Okay, so this beast now should be getting everything that it wants. We're just gonna have to hang out for here for a second and make sure that it gets its desserts. Oh, his name is Al Dente, like Al Dente, like that's how he wants his pasta cooked. That's super cute and clever. I love it. All right, are you getting what you want? Yes, yes you are, 1 of 10. All right, so we have fed this beast, and for 1 minute, they're gonna want more items coming back out. That's not a big deal for us. What is a big deal is that now we have another beast that has appeared, I assume, over here somewhere. So we are gonna have to go and get that other beast. A new service beast has arrived. Yes, okay, there is our new beast. What would you like? You need food. You want pestilence pasta. Okay. Pasta dishes are good because they're very similar, right? Let's see here. Pestilence pasta. We're gonna make dough again. We're gonna make penne again, but this time we instead make pesto using nutmeg with our bailiff. And then we mix pesto up with it and salt. Okay, that's gonna be easy for us because we've already done like 90% of the work here. We are gonna need to remove some of these pipes though. So let's go ahead and clean some of this up so that we can do the rest of this work. All right, so over here in our fabrication station, we have a bunch of ladders that are now done, but I'm gonna change the recipe here over to just platforms because I think that we're gonna need a bunch more platforms to be able to build out a few more structures. So we're just gonna get fabrication of platforms done. Once I have like 48, I will be good and we can move on. Okay, so let's add in some platforms here just to make getting around a little bit easier for us, at least to that point, right? There we go. Now, here is our pasta coming out. Ideally, what we need to do here is to split this in a way that makes sense. So we have a water pipe coming in there. What we could do is do something like this and switch our output so that this becomes output and this becomes nothing. There we go. That's gonna work well for us. And now the pasta should go into this input. And instead, this block can now become a splitter for us. So let's grab up a splitter there, just like that. It did break our water pipe, but that's actually way easier to fix. We can just do that and call it a day. Perfect. All right, so this is still getting water. This is getting split. We're gonna tell it that we want some to go that way and some to go this way. Okay, great. So penne should go to the right, penne should go to the left. Now we can work on our second ingredient here, our actual bailiff and nutmeg pesto. We need bailiff, and the only place to get bailiff is going to be all the way over here. That should be actually really easy for us, although I do want to reroute these pipes just to make things even simpler. And now we can also run power up and over to a bunch of miners that inevitably we're going to have right here. Let's make, I think we just need 1 miner, right? We shouldn't need more than that. That will get to mining. And now, what machine do we make the pesto in? We should have been looking a lot closer with that. The pesto is made in a blender. Okay, a blender, no problem here. Let's make up a blender. There's the blender. Okay, that's gonna go in there. What the blender is going to be missing is our second ingredient, which we can also go ahead and grow. Maybe we just go ahead and put the bailiff like right here. All right, so we put that one deeper than there, and let's go to put our harvester on here. There we go. That's going to auto harvest that for us. Whatever, ladder is fine. But we're actually going to need twice as much. Although I think this is going to produce 2 to 1, so we should still be fine. Let's do this and this. Let's do a splitter here. We may as well use a splitter instead of a splitter pipe because, you know, it's not going to cost us anything extra to do that. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so this is going to split here. This needs to go in here. This is going to go in here. This recipe, pesto. Okay, it's got both of the things it needs for pesto. Pesto is a fluid. So now what we have to do is join up this pasta with that pesto. And maybe the best way to do that is to do it at like this level here and go up and over. That might be a fun way to do it. All right, just giving ourselves a little bit of headroom here. Let's run this way instead. Whoa, that is the wrong way. This way instead. And let's just change the sorter rules to say, just send one up, just like that. Okay, great. And now these can go over this way. And that means that we can do our pesto making here. And is that also going to be in the chef-o-matic? All right, let's go ahead and put our chef-o-matic here. So fluid will go in there. Our pasta will go in there. And I believe it said that we still need salt. Is that the last thing we need? Salt. So where's the closest salt on the map from where we are right here? Directly above us. Fascinating, fascinating. Okay. So we should be able to bring that back down and into our system here. We might want to dig a salt tunnel, like straight through. That's not the worst idea in the world. Let me dig a little tunnel here and bring my salt down that way so that we don't have to worry too much about conflicts. Okay, one salt tunnel done. Let's put a drill in here. We need to run some power to that drill. Let's just go straight through the back wall here. It's not a big deal. There we go. That's going to give power to that drill. We need to bring the items out of that drill. Why am I doing that way? That's silly. I'm so used to things having to go up. Let's go here. Let's go into this system. And we are going to tell that this pipe, no matter what, just go left. Always go left. Real heroes go left. That's the issue. And then this recipe becomes pestilence pasta. That should get all of the things it needs for that. Now, the tricky part is going to have to be getting this back up to our monster here. We should be able to squeeze this through. Let's do something like this because we can't go into this square. And let's just go out like here. And that should work fine for us. Why aren't you taking any of that in? Oh, because these are reversed. Input, output, bingo. Oh, and you were missing power, right? We just forgot to put up one power cable. Yeah, pestilence pasta coming in hot. Okay, that's going to go this way. That's going to go this way. That's going to go this way. And then we just need to follow the curvature of our void, just like this. Last machine that we need to add in here is going to be our launcher. One delivery cannon there. Those don't require power. And we just have to hang out for this dude to get all of his food. While he's getting all of his food, let's go get our Michelin star, our Michelin star from our other monster. Okay, one Michelin star from you. And while the other one is still coming in, it looks like we still got a little ways to go. We can use the ladders that we made to go climb and get the secret Michelin star that we found previously. Okay, 1 of 10 is now done here. And as we recall, that Michelin star was all the way at the top of this cliff. So let's head back that way. Hey, you're floating in space. That's kind of weird, my dude. All right, there we go. There is our secret Michelin star. That was easy. All right, you've got 30 more seconds of my delicious, tasty meals, and then we will be done. All right, and there we go. We handled 2 separate orders. And you know what? We could have just closed off the first one altogether, but the way that we did this, we have both orders being fulfilled simultaneously, and I feel pretty good about that. Okay, 3rd Michelin star done, level completed with honors. That's what we like to see. All right, so that's another episode of Snacktorio. I hope y'all are really loving this game as much as I am. I've been just playing a lot of it. It's just super, super fun. If you do like seeing this sort of content, please do click that like button below. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, why don't you consider subscribing to the channel? I make a lot of building game content here. It's mostly Minecraft these days, but a little bit of Satisfactory, a whole bunch of Snacktorio, as it were, and some other games that we've got on the horizon that I'm really excited to play for you all.